G'day there guys, can't sleep at night because he thinks of the embarrassing things. G'day there guys, can't sleep at night. G'day there guys, can't sleep at night because he thinks of all the embarrassing things he did in high school here. Welcome back to another episode of r/AmiTheA. It's your host Markee. I hope you enjoyed today's posts. If you do enjoy any, please tell me what you thought of them down in the comments below. Smash like on the video, sit back, relax and enjoy. Thank you. Posted by user Little Buzz Peep. Titled, Am I the a-hole for not telling my sister about my nephew's new boyfriend? Last year, I took in my nephew, who is now almost 17, after my sister and her husband kicked him out because of his sexuality. I'm a single parent of 2 kids of my own, 15-year-old girl and 12-year-old boy, and we live in another state, so it was a big transition for everyone, but I felt that it was important. I should also note that I left the Church of Latter-day Saints, Mormon, 8 years ago and moved out to Utah. It's part of the reason I'm divorced. Anyway, last night I took the kids to a local carnival, and my nephew ran into his boyfriend there. I put boyfriend in quotes because they aren't really dating. In my family, they would refer to it as crushing on each other instead. The boyfriend joined our group, and my nephew took a picture of him with my 2 kids and posted it on social media, saying, "Nothing better than hanging out with the people I love." I thought it was innocent enough. He never said they were dating and you can love your friends, but another one of my nieces saw it and reported it to my nephew's mum, my sister. My sister is furious. She said that she should have been notified that he was dating. When I told her that they aren't even dating, she said that she should have been told they were interested in each other. Here's the thing though. There is no expectation that kids need to tell their parents who they're crushing on, and my sister never felt the need to know when she thought her son was straight. Now that she knows he's gay, I don't think the rules should change to where she has to know if he has a crush on his friends. I also told her that she doesn't really have a say anymore. I have legal guardianship over my nephew. He's living in my home, she kicked him out. She started crying after I said this and told my family. So I've been answering phone calls all morning hearing about how awful of a person I am for saying that to my sister. I don't see it, but maybe I am wrong. Should I have told her even though they aren't serious? Was it a low blow to say the things that I said to her? Am I the a-hole? I really don't think there is ever a circumstance where it's okay to kick out your child, unless it's something absolutely egregious. And being homosexual is not egregious. Sorry to say that. If your beliefs push you to kick your child out of your house and, palm them off to the rest of society, maybe you need to reevaluate your beliefs and values there as a person. I agree with OP to the sentiment that it was absolutely not the mother's business what was going on in this kid's life after they had abandoned their own child. OP is a saint and an angel for continuing to look after them and love them as they are. So, not the a-hole for this one. Screw that sister. Edit. Thanks everyone. I feel like an a-hole now for asking this question. It probably seems obvious to many people, but this is all brand new to me. Walking away from the church and my ex-husband was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, and I think I still carry a lot of guilt from that. My kids don't get to see a lot of my family or their dad's family, because we aren't welcome for walking away. To have my whole family pissed at me again really hurts. I don't know anything about raising a 17-year-old in general, and I'm only now getting caught up on what it means to have a gay child, so it's a learning process. Edit 2, I completely understand why people think this is a validation post, and I don't blame the mods if they have to delete this. I want to be super clear that wasn't what I intended to do. When you grow up in the environment I did, it's hard to feel confident in any decision you make. Everything I did, from the time I started talking to leaving my husband in the church, has been questioned. Going against my family automatically makes me feel like I'm messing up. When I picked a college they didn't want me to go to and refused to acknowledge or pay for, my first thought was that I messed up. When I divorced my husband and left Utah and my family stopped speaking to me, I thought I messed up. It has taken years to overcome what I've been taught, and I'm not a confident person. I let my 12-year-old join the football team this year, and I can't stop questioning that. Every decision I make is harder for me than it is for most other people. I am sorry if anyone feels like I am being anything other than genuine. Not the a-hole. They obviously don't want him in their lives. He is not their son anymore. Agreed. Your responsibility is to your nephew, who is now your son. Keep his trust and treat him exactly as you treat your other kids. Your sister is upset about the consequences of disowning her son. You do not owe her updates on his life. She needs to earn that through building a relationship up again with him if she wants to. The other family members are choosing to protect a grown woman for her choice over a child who had no choice. They are not good barometers. Ignore them. Not the a-hole at all. They lost the right to know jack crap about their son when they kicked him to the curb. Can't have it both ways. And P.S. Thank you for taking this boy in and showing him love and support. And O.P. says, thanks. When he asked to move in, I told him that I wouldn't be able to provide a lot. Being on a single income in pricey California isn't easy, but the one thing I always provide is unconditional love. My nephew makes it easy. He is a wonderful young man. His parents are missing out. With your heart in the place it's in, I think your nephew will find he has been provided plenty. Thanks. His parents made more than I do, but I think it's safe to say our family has way more love to give. My kids love having their cousin live here. We may fight over the bathroom every morning, but at the end of the day, everyone can sleep without having to keep secrets. File for child support. You have legal guardianship because they aren't capable of caring for their child. You should get compensation from them. I don't want her money. I make enough to provide for them and do fun things. It's just that vacations are more like day trips to Disney than flying to Hawaii. You may not want her money, but your nephew may want it for college. If you haven't already, make sure you know how to register him as independent and a California resident for state and federal funding for college. He should get a full Pell Grant and Cal Grant. Update. I want to thank everyone who commented on my original post and thought you all deserved an update. I got way more responses than I ever imagined. I also want to apologize to everyone who thought that it was a validation-seeking post. I never intended to waste everyone's time. As I tried to explain in my post, when you grow up in the environment I did, it's hard to feel confident in any decision you make. I have decided to start therapy to help me overcome my nature of second-guessing the decisions I make. I have also started following the ex-Mormon sub on my main account, which has shown me that I am not alone. So many ex-Mormon women struggle with confidence after leaving the church. This is something I always knew I needed to work on for the sake of my kids, but it has been amplified. I didn't think I made the wrong decision in not telling my sister about my nephew's boyfriend, but there was that nagging thought in the back of my head. The overwhelming not the a-hole responses, combined with the amount of people who thought I was the a-hole for even posting because it was so obvious, I realized that this is more serious than I thought. If so many people can see it clearly, why can't I? I am hoping the therapy helps with that. My nephew will also be continuing therapy. He started when he moved in, but stopped going because he adjusted so beautifully and didn't think he needed it anymore. He's been great, but he has next to no contact with his parents and siblings, and one of the few contacts he has from back home showed his mum the Instagram post featuring his boyfriend. So he has a lot of emotions to unpack and agrees that therapy might help. I am also starting the process of filing for child support. I don't want my sister's money, but I am a single parent in a pricey California town. I have a good job, but supporting 2 teens and a preteen isn't easy, especially since the oldest will be going to college soon. He will qualify for in-state tuition at UCS and Cal States, which will cut down the cost if he goes to one of those schools. But the extra income will be nice for him, and I have to put my pride aside to do what's best for my nephew. He is entitled to that money. Other than all of that, we are still doing well. School starts in a couple of weeks, and my nephew has been out practicing with my son to get him ready for middle school football. My nephew is looking forward to being the school board representative for his high school and thinks he has a shot at captain for his water polo team. We are taking one final trip before school starts, and I fully expect the kids to argue the entire 3.5 hours there. But it's fine. That's what siblings are for. I'm not happy about the situation that landed my nephew here, but we are thankful that he is in our lives. Thanks to everyone who commented. Things will only get better from here, and it's thanks to you guys. I wouldn't have sought therapy if I didn't make that post. Thanks for the updates. I think you're doing a great job with your nephew and kids, and good for you for seeking therapy. Hopefully that will help you now and in the future. As someone who married an ex-Mormon, I watched as the entire family group slowly rejected the faith group from her mother down. The most amazing thing was to be invited to a Christian Church of England event. I am atheist, but still went. The strongest protagonist for the Mormon faith used to come and drink coffee, and he used to clear a bottle of Jack Daniels and eat my chili by the bucketful. I spoke to him 10 years after my wife and I divorced, and I asked if he was with LDS. No answer. He stated he gave that up 8 years prior. Always happy to hear good updates about good people. I'm completely behind you on the child support. It is his parents' obligation to support their son until he's 18. You might not need the money, but he does or will in the future. Put it into an index fund and let it grow until he's graduated college, or use it for tuition and boarding if he falls short with his scholarships. Either way, he'll get a much-deserved head start in life and may even retire early. Posted by user door number 2v2, titled, "Would I be the a-hole if I started taking only one of my dogs for long walks?" I have 2 dogs, Baxter, who is going on 17, and Soldier, who is 10-ish. Baxter, my older dog, started having problems with his hips in the past year or so, to the point that I have to help him get up the stairs for bed. I give him stuff, from my vet, for the pain when he seems to be having a pretty bad night, but don't keep him stoned all the time. He has good and bad days, and on his good days, I still take him for walks, but I've noticed that he gets tired really quick, so we have to cut it short. I have always taken Baxter and Soldier out together when it's just to do their business or go on walks. The problem is, I've noticed that Soldier seems to be going a little stir-crazy since the walks have become shorter and shorter. He will act like he needs to go poop when he really doesn't, and he's never done that before. If he says he needs to go, then he needs to go. I know if I take Soldier out by himself for longer walks, Baxter is going to get super upset. But I don't want to push Baxter past his limits and cause him more pain, and I don't want to punish Soldier because he's younger and is still full of energy. Would I be the a-hole if I started taking Soldier out by himself so he can get more exercise, knowing it's going to hurt my other dog's feelings? Also, if anyone has a better solution, any suggestions would be welcome. I'm gonna go with a no a-holes here on this one. I feel like Baxter can't understand that he is at an age where it's going to hurt too much, and that Soldier does need those walks. Maybe you do have to upset Baxter for Soldier to get the walks that he needs, because going stir-crazy as a dog would really hurt, I imagine. I don't really get situations like this all too often. This is a hard one for me, but I'm just going to say no a-holes here in this one. It's a rock and a hard place situation, and maybe just a good middle ground would be a stroller of some sorts to walk Baxter in so he still gets to join you guys on adventures without doing damage to his own body. Edits. Thank you all so much for all the positive feedback. I'm going to start doing what most suggested and taking them both out for a short walk and then dropping Baxter off before taking Soldier for a longer walk. You all are great and I really appreciate you all. I will check back in a couple of days and let you all know how Baxter is getting on with the new routine. Edit 2. Baxter is a medium-sized German Shepherd and Jerky McJerkface mix. I honestly have no idea. I took him from a girl at work when he was a puppy because she got evicted and was going to take him to the pound back when they still put dogs down and didn't treat against parvo. So trying to lift him into strollers or wagons would be a big strain on my back. And trust me, he is Jerky McJerkface. He ate my dad's fake teeth one night when he left them sitting on the table wrapped in a paper towel. My dad was furious, but I couldn't stop laughing, which made things even worse. I don't call him Snacker for nothing. When I had this problem, I took all of them out for the first, shorter walk, and then left the more tired dog at home with a high-value goodie. Kong with peanut butter, bully stick, bone, etc., and went on a longer walk with the others. Not the a-hole. I'm putting a pupper to sleep today. Them getting old sucks. And edit, I didn't mean to bring my grief into this post. It was just overwhelming today. Thank you for all the kind words. And OP says, that sounds like a good idea. I'll try that tonight and see how it goes. Also, so sorry to hear about your puppy. That is rough. I've had to do that twice myself. No a-holes here. Poor Baxter. Of course he'll be upset. I'm so sorry that you're all going through this. I've recently lost a dog that had similar problems. I'd suggest going to a dog park so that Soldier can go nuts and Baxter can sit with you after he's done. Or take them both on the short walk and then drop Baxter off at home before continuing on with Soldier. When Baxter is tired from his portion of the walk, he might just, take a nap. Update. Baxter couldn't do stairs or lay down without hurting, even when I gave him drugs. I let him go this morning. He's with Lincoln, Indigo, and Winston now. I've never cried so much. Edit. To everyone who made donations to the Humane Society and dog shelters in Baxter's name, thank you. That is a truly amazing thing, and I can't tell you how much it means to me. Thank you all for the support and kind words. You are all wonderful. And edit 2, I got really drunk last night and I think I apologized to everyone that I was an a-hole to after reading my comments. So sorry. Hey OP, you did what you could, and I bet he felt loved. I'm so sorry. Sending love from afar. This, you clearly cared for your dog for many years and did everything you could to make him comfortable. I'm sure he had a very happy life. So sorry for your loss, OP. In lieu of gold, I've made a $20 donation to my local Humane Society in Baxter's name. I'll be sending good thoughts your way. ETA? Ah, goodness. Thank you for the gold, silver, and positive thoughts, everyone. I encourage everyone to make a donation to your local Humane Society or consider donating your time to help out. Find out what supplies your local shelters use and try to pick up an extra bag of food or litter when you are buying for your own pets. Every little bit helps. There's nothing much anyone can say or do to make this better, but that doesn't matter. The important thing to know is that Baxter loved you. He loved you. And you loved him, and he was strong and he was brave, and you were his everything. You gave him the best love you could, and in the end, the best passing. There is nothing more he could have even imagined wanting out of his life except you, and you gave him that. I'm so sorry for your loss, but I'm so happy for your lifetime of experience. Alright, that's where I think I'm going to end today's episode, guys. As always, I really do hope you learned something or just really enjoyed the posts that were put up today. Quick shout out to all my new and existing Patreon and channel members. You should be able to see your name on screen right now, and if you don't, then I don't think you're part of the club, and you really should join the club because it's a great club. And I want to thank every single one of you guys for supporting me in this journey. It really means so much to me, and I love you all so much for it. Thank you for helping me out. As you can tell, I'm now happy and healthy back in Australia. Thank God it's not cold like Ireland. I don't like wearing jumpers everywhere. I prefer the heat. Thank you very much. I know that's an unpopular opinion. Anyway, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, night, sleep, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you later. Bye.